All signs are pointing to an absolutely explosive move in the Bitcoin price, and it might be imminent. As we get close to finishing one of the best performing Septembers in Bitcoin's history, and we prepare for October, Moonvember, and Bullcember, let's talk about the case for six-figure Bitcoin by Christmas. 6 months of price consolidation, first higher high daily close since March, China unveiling their biggest stimulus package since COVID, imminent aggressive rate cuts from the Fed, ETF flows increasing, our first price discovery with ETF capital unlock, and over $1 billion in shorts on the verge of being liquidated. Is the God Candle finally upon us?
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Can you feel that? The vibes are off the charts in Bitcoin land, as the price is looking ready to absolutely take off. First, we're just a few days away from closing out the best September in Bitcoin's history. As you can see from this chart, September is by far the worst month historically for the Bitcoin price. But not this time.
All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon.
Now, I'm not much of a chart boy. I don't draw lines and ascribe Fibonacci sequences to predict markets. But even when I look at the Bitcoin chart right now, I get goosebumps. After nearly 7 months of price consolidation where we saw a steady downtrend and lower highs, we have finally broken out of that pattern with our first higher high daily close since March. Sometimes you can just feel it in your bones, and now is one of those times. In previous bull markets, the real fireworks start when we surpass previous all-time highs. So you might be asking, why haven't we gone parabolic yet? We surpassed the previous all-time high of 69K from 2021 earlier this year when we touched 73K in mid-March. The answer to this question lies in the inflation-adjusted price. As everyone knows, we had record inflation between 2021 and today. And even if you go by official inflation numbers, which many argue is on the low side of real inflation, you see we have not hit the all-time high yet. The CPI inflation calculator shows that all-time high number as $78,000 today. So there is a strong case to be made that we haven't hit all-time highs yet, and that we're still in the consolidation zone below the previous one, which means the fireworks are just around the corner. In 2021, after we made a clear break above the previous cycle high of 20K, the price went on to do a 3.5x. If we repeat that, we could see a Bitcoin price of 200 to 300K within the next year. Okay, but you might be asking, why is the price moving now? Well, one of the main reasons is global liquidity levels, or the amount of new money entering the economy, is rising. And as Sam Callahan pointed out in detail with extensive data in a report commissioned by Lyn Alden, Bitcoin is the asset with the highest correlation to global money creation. I'll leave a link to the full report in the description. And who is driving global liquidity levels right now? Why, it's the second largest economy in the world, in China, who just announced they will issue $284 billion worth of sovereign debt this year to help revive their slumping economy. And with the Fed aggressively cutting rates by 50 basis points or 0.5% this month, and many expecting more aggressive rate cuts coming, that global liquidity trend is looking likely to go parabolic once again. As Lyn Alden says, nothing stops this train. On top of this, we are once again seeing Bitcoin ETF inflows steadily increasing, as they hit a 2-month high yesterday. Historically, these flows increase in a stair-step pattern upwards, so we could see this continue as we close out the month. And as if we all weren't bullish enough, I love this take from Vijay Boyapati. The full impact of the Bitcoin ETFs will not be felt until we enter price discovery mode. They are the ultimate means for mass market FOMO. We are close. Vijay is saying what many are forgetting. This will be the first time Bitcoin enters price discovery mode with the existence of the ultimate means for mass market FOMO, these ETFs. Let me repeat. For the first time ever, we will have a massive amount of capital being open to FOMOing into Bitcoin as it surpasses all-time highs with the spot ETF products. Things are about to get absolutely wild. Plus, I would be remiss to not mention a huge bull market indicator that occurred yesterday. Coinbase once again went down as the price was moving up. As many of you know, this is a clear bull market sign as the crypto casino goes down seemingly every single time Bitcoin's price rises more than 10%. And on top of all of this, we are banging on the door of over $1 billion of shorts, sitting at around 66.6 thousand. And as I record this, we banged on the door already once and touched 66.5K. Once these short liquidations are triggered, the price will gap up very quickly. So do you feel the bullish momentum? Are you like me and you regret not orange pilling your friends and family more aggressively during this 6-month consolidation period? Or were you like this guy?
There is a storm coming! Like nothing you have ever seen! And not a one of you is prepared for it!
Perhaps you weren't that aggressive, as what many of us do the longer we're in Bitcoin, we tend to keep quiet after continuous failed attempts at waking people up to the inevitable rise of Bitcoin's price? Well, it's not too late. Take this weekend to onboard your friends and family to this rocket ship before it's too late. Send them to swan.com or download the app by searching Swan Bitcoin in their app store. We have put a lot of time and energy into making this the easiest, fastest, and most user-friendly Bitcoin onboarding experience. Go from downloading the app to buying Bitcoin and setting it to your own wallet in minutes. Plus, you get your first $10,000 in Bitcoin purchases with zero fees. So don't scream, but gently guide them towards swan.com and get them on the rocket ship before it takes off. But of course, it's important to remain cool-headed. Bitcoin is an emerging, neutral, non-sovereign reserve asset on an unstoppable path towards becoming global money. But that path will continue to be very volatile. It's important to prepare for the volatility and the human psychology of fear, greed, and panic that ensues. So keep the zoomed-out view of the long-term thesis of Bitcoin in the front of your mind. And remember that this entire process will take decades, not months. So don't overextend yourself. Don't borrow money to buy Bitcoin. You're not Michael Saylor. Stay calm. Stay humble, and know that every single new Bitcoiner thinks they're late. You're not late. You're just in time. With all that out of the way, I'll let the incredibly talented Real Richard play us out with his new banger release, Wen God Candle. Thanks for watching, have a great weekend, and enjoy the fireworks.
You know, when the God Candle came, none of us was prepared. Everybody was dumping their cash. And that began the transition to hyper-Bitcoinization.
God Candle, this the pump they can't handle. Everything we work for, they wanna dismantle. I said God Candle, Max is in shambles. Humble stackers come and get a handful. I said God Candle, God Candle. I said God Candle, God Candle, God Candle, God Candle. I said God Candle. I say God can't, it's the pump they can't. 10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, man. Let's just not even discuss it, man. BTC, yeah, the bull running rapidly. Busting all the FUD, it was told through the prophecy. Prophecy perpetuated ever since the Genesis, and properly peer-to-peer the emphasis. Satoshi's penmanship wrote the white paper, 9 pages. It's been monetizing ever since. Menace, and we from on Wall Street. Shit post off then dunking on these birds. And they tardiness is costly, they get the price that they deserve. Ain't you heard? Bitcoin pumping really ain't nothing new. Till it suddenly a God Candle comes rushing through. Let's go. Paper the preamble, numbers on the screen, glaring at the fiat scandal. I said God Candle, death to time thief vandals, cantillionaires, yeah, they falling off the mantle. I said God Candle, God Candle.